I got too many games. I gotta at least try them all. This is my first impression backlog Death March. Here we got a game called Faria. Seems like kind of a, I almost want to say card-based, kind of a card-based strategy game. Uh, Originally lost the audio for this, so I'm going back after the fact and re-recording the commentary. Uh, and since I'm doing that, I may as well speed up the footage a little bit. It is a little bit of a slow game to watch, so I went ahead and did that. Basically, what you want to do is every turn you can build 2 lands. So I'm building 2 lands, and then you also build up this kind of fairy power thing. Use the fairy power to summon your monsters or your creatures, and you draw your creatures 1 card per turn, and it's kind of like a random thing there. Then you use those to fight, and you want to eventually march your dudes up to the opponent and take them out, which is, as you can see, I am close to doing that right now. You can only lay your creatures down on the land that you control. So you see I'm about to put down this Steamed Forge dude, or I will on my next turn. Or, no, I guess I won't. I can march up and take him out. That person only had 4 health, so here I'm getting a couple more cards. And here I'm on to the challenge number 2 against, what's this guy's name? Black. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit more complicated. You got these little fonts, or these little wells. You can stand next to the well, or have one of your characters stand next to the well, and you can gather a bit more of the resource to summon monsters quicker. So basically my intent here is to just quickly rush to those, kind of starve him for resources as best I can, and then march my way into his face and take him out. So that is kind of going to be my strategy here. Kind of reading the text and trying to decide what I'm going to do. So I build a bridge to the other one there. Just going to start marching up there. Please don't attack me. Yeah, nice try. Dale Steel or Faria? Faria, that makes sense for what it's called. So, I'm going to speed this up a little bit more and get to the end. Overall, this seems like a fun game. Not sure if I'm ever going to get back to it, but I think one thing is that it is mostly a multiplayer game. These opening matches are more of the tutorial matches to try to get you into all the different mechanics and whatnot. So I'm sure there's more mechanics besides the whole Faria wells and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really get it too far into that in this first impression thing. But yeah, it's a first impression. It does seem like a fun game. It's free to play, so go ahead and play it. Not sure exactly how well it holds up next to other games like Hearthstone. It reminds me of this other game I played called Duelist. It's Duelist spelled with a Y in there somewhere, which is kind of like this, except it's vertical instead of going north, south, horizontal. You go east, west with different character classes, and you try to defeat your opponent's commander that way. That has a few nifty mechanics with some weird pixel art style. But anyway, I'm talking about this now. So yeah, I like the hex things. I think too many things use square spaces. Hex is kind of like the forgotten grid system, but I think it works pretty good. And they do it pretty good in here. Yeah, getting close to the end, I've got all the starving for Faria, and now I'm starting to march up into his face. Yeah, he's not going to be able to defend against me too well after this point. But yeah, seems like a pretty fun game. It does kind of take a little while because I've got all these nifty animations going around, and turns can take a little bit. But yeah, overall a fun game. Not really sure if it stands out enough compared to other games of its ilk, but there you go. Till next time, later.